the
Tupac's
Tupac murder
family
case
lawyers
just
up
got
over Diddy claim.
way
Plus,
more
legal
salacious
action
because
as it
now
resurfaces.
Diddy's name has been brought up by prosecutors. How does Diddy play into this? Well, people who have been following the case of Keefe D, he is the man who was arrested and has been charged with Tupac's murder. He's in jail. He is trying to get out on bail. And prosecutors want to make the case that he should not be let out. There's a recording, if you've been following this case closely, there's a recording that has been out on the internet. It is a conversation between Keefe D and Las Vegas Metro Police from years ago. And they're talking about the murder of Tupac. And on this recording, Keefe D makes an allegation that Diddy offered to pay them $1 million to kill Tupac. And now prosecutors are bringing that recording up as evidence to say, do not let this guy out of jail.
Because they're suggesting he's a contract killer. But the real interesting thing about this is, do prosecutors believe that Diddy made that offer? Because the offer, if they believe it, that offer would be a crime.
So I'll weigh in on this. We should just mention, I think Charles alluded to this from the beginning, this interview that Keefe D did with Vegas PD back in the day, it's from 2009. And this audio recording of this interview where Keefe D claims, yeah, Puffy was offering $1 million, he wanted Tupac's head, blah, 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 blah. By the way, Keefe D says Puffy allegedly never paid that money, so I don't know if there's anything there. But the bigger point is, this allegation has been out there in the ether for a while. Investigators and law enforcement has been aware of this allegation for a while. It's 2024. Nothing has ever come of this allegation in terms of charging Diddy, arresting Diddy. He's dealing with other legal woes right now, unrelated to this, obviously. To Harvey's point, though, I think that they don't think it's actually true. I mean, look, Keefe D has said a lot about the Tupac murder case over the years. He's done lots of interviews.
He wrote a book.
I was just going to say, people who want to buy into conspiracy theories certainly believe that, especially with considering the beef back then, et cetera. But in terms of like something official, look, it's 2024. He did this interview in 2009, and they've been aware of this Diddy tie for years and years and years. Guess what? The guy's never been charged for it.
But here's the problem with that. If it's not true, and if he just made it up, that does not make the case to deny him bail. That the only way to deny him bail is... No, hold on. Let me just make my point. That what they're insinuating is Keefe D was willing to be a contract killer. If the premise of that there was never a contract and he was just blustering,
right,
then they've lost their case to say, because of that, you should deny him bail.
So you're saying that in order for this to work, they have to also
believe it?
Believe it? No, they just have to say, Your Honor, you have this guy who is speaking to police and by his own admission is saying that he would be a contract killer.
And the judge
is
says...
that the type of person that you want? Is that the type of person you want to let out on the streets?
And the judge says, wait a minute, are you saying that you're co-signing that he believed that? Or is the
And then I say, Your Honor, that is not what's at issue here.
But it is an issue
The
here.
matter that we're discussing is whether or not Mr. Davis should be allowed out on bail.
Making
Making
up stories does not deny you bail.
I think one of the biggest interesting parts are that Keefe, initially denied everything he's been saying about these interviews, but now that, he's admitting that the whole Diddy thing is true. So, he's spun a lot of tales from his interviews and his testimonies, and now here we are.
Yeah, at this point, it's hard to know what Keefe D actually believes himself because he's told so many different versions.
This hearing is going to be fascinating to see, because the defense is going to... I want to hear if the defense says, Your Honor, he was just making that crap up. I mean, he has done that before. Because if then they're going to have to... The rubber's going to meet the road.
My name's Taylor from Seattle, Washington. And as mentioned before, I just think that since there has been a lot of speculation over the years in Diddy's involvement, it's important to remember that these are just theories. While some may believe that he have played a role, but without concrete evidence, it's difficult to know the truth.
If they've taken this long to investigate Keefe D, right? That was 2009 when they spoke to him. If you were going to go through all of that to finally arrest him and try him, why wouldn't you also be doing the same exact thing for the guy you believed paid him?
So if they didn't believe